Hey everyone, you're watching Gardening on Taylor Mountain. It's time to prepare this small raised bed for some Snapdragon seedlings, and I was fortunate enough to find some land and sea compost at my local co-op. If you know anything about the land and sea compost from Espoma, you know how hard it is to find in some places. So I noticed they had gotten a full pallet in, and I bought 5 bags, and I think they have some left, so I think I'm going to go back and get what they have left. But you just want to rake it in really well or hoe it in really well. I did put some leaf mulch on these beds last fall, but it has all composted in, so I wanted to add a little bit more compost. And then I added some wooden stakes that I had on hand, and these stakes will hold up the plant support netting that I ordered from the gardener's workshop. I used that last year and I really like it. Before I put on my netting, I needed to reinstall my drip tubing. It stays connected during the winter, but I just roll it up and leave it laying next to the raised beds. So just in a matter of winding it back around. Of course, I'll probably move it around, but I use the landscape staples to secure it down. And I do have 2 separate lines running, but then I have one long continuous line. And here is the plant support netting, and like I said earlier, I get mine from the gardener's workshop, and I will link that below. But once you get this on and once your plants grow up through it, you don't see it at all. I think you can order a green colored one, but I always just get the white. And there you can see the first time around I put it on the wrong way, so had to switch it around. It's fairly easy to work with, but I'm very happy with it, and I used it in a couple of raised beds last year. I did go back and straighten that one middle stake later on. I know it looks like it's completely crooked, and it is, but I straightened it out. This plant support netting cuts easily with your scissors, and you just want to make sure that you kind of measure it twice and cut it once kind of thing, so you won't be wasting it. You can reuse it. I do have some that I will be reusing, so I like it a lot. It works really well. Because the Snapdragons grow to about 24 inches tall, I did find that I needed to support them, so this grid system netting makes a really good support system. Now these Snapdragons are ready to go in the ground. Remember, Snapdragons are considered a cool flower, and they can even take a little light frost. I started my seeds under grow lights on February the 10th. And then after about 4 weeks, I moved them out into my greenhouse, my unheated greenhouse. I did run the heat at night a couple of nights, but mostly unheated. And then I would set them out during the day and let them get acclimated to the sun and to the wind, for a couple hours during the day, which I gradually increased. So that was about a 2-week period. The varieties I'm growing this year are Madame Butterfly Bronze and Madame Butterfly Mix. I space my seedlings pretty close together, probably a good 6 to 7 inches, and that's probably a little closer than they should be. I'm kind of notorious for spacing things closely, but it does help hold, along with the netting, it helps support the other plants. You just want to make sure they have enough room to breathe. And I don't normally overhead water, but because these were just newly planted, I decided to go ahead and overhead water. My drip system is not up and running yet, and it won't be for a while. But here I'm showing you what I will be doing at night. This is just kind of a demonstration for you to see how I'll be covering them. This is not 100% necessary, but just for the first 2 or 3 nights, I'd like to cover them because they're newly planted, just for my peace of mind. I don't think they really need it because they have really been toughened up. I'll take that off during the heat of the morning and when things start heating up. Now we just wait for these beautiful snapdragons that, like you're seeing here in these pictures and in these bouquets, won't be long. Thanks so much for joining me and stopping by my channel, and happy gardening. We will see you in the next video.